What does this mean to you?
I don't know. It hasn't even sunk in for me yet. This is the first time I ever ran where I didn't run for myself. You know, I trained so hard this year, but I had some setbacks. But I ran for my support team. I ran for my countrymen. I ran for the people watching at home who really supported me at times where I didn't believe in myself. And so it took the pressure off me. In lane 8, all the way out there, not in the middle of the track, I just did it for them.
Hey, Justin, what has Bolt meant to the sport and to you, pushing you?
I mean, Bolt is an electrifying character who has ran sizzling times, mind-blowing times, and throughout the years he's always kept it classy. He's always kept the excitement in the sport. He's inspired me to be a stronger, faster competitor, and I've only wished every year to be, you know, his top rival, even coming back into the sport. And you know, we've grown so much respect for each other throughout the years. And I think a lot of people in the media think that we have this bitter rivalry where we hate each other, where it's actually the opposite. We joke around, we've actually gone to parties together, and we just keep it low-key. But it's a gentleman's rivalry, and I have nothing but respect for him. Even me being older than him, he's such an inspiration for me.
Did the booing bother you at all? Did you?
I really didn't focus on the booing. I guess you can see it on my face throughout each round. You know, I just stayed focused on what I had to do. You know, it's just amazing that I guess because I've become more of a rival for Usain. I guess that's where the booings come from. I didn't get booing throughout 2010. I didn't get no boos in 11. I didn't get no boos in 12. I didn't get no 12 was here. I didn't get no boos in 13, 14, or 15. And just to be able to come back and regardless of boos, I still heard cheers. And that's all I really care about, the support staff that's really there for me.
Justin, you said you wanted to go out with a bang. Are you going to retire, or are you going to stick around?
Well, Gene, one millisecond when I crossed the line, I was like, I'm retiring. But then I thought about it, I was like, you know, my son asked me, he's like, he wants to go to Tokyo 2020, so I'm just going to take it year by year, race by race, and I'll see where it takes me. I'm just going to work hard for it. I mean, it's still Usain Bolt's night. You know, he's done so much for the sport. Win or lose, he's the man, and the first thing I did when I crossed the line, I saw that I won, I paid homage to him, because he deserves it.
Justin, what's different between this race and in 2015?
I went out there, I ran for myself in 15. You know, I went out there and said, I can beat Usain. I can do this all on my own. And tonight, I thought different. I was like, I'm going to do it for the medical team in the back. I'm going to do it for the coaching staff. I'm going to do it for the people watching at home, for the little kids who really believe in me throughout everything. So I wasn't nervous. I wasn't jittery on the starting line. I didn't focus on the excitement and the electricity going through the air. I just focused on lane 8, and I did what I had to do, and I did it for them.
You spoiled the party a little bit, though.
I hope I didn't. You know, Usain's a man, you know. I mean, he's a specimen to watch. He's a good character, and like I said, I mean, I have the utmost respect for him, and I thank him so much for pushing me to be there after that accident.
Are you surprised that 992 was the winning time today?
To be honest, I mean, I've been in the sport for a while, so I'm a little wise. So I've watched a lot of athletes run through this season. Everyone's been hovering around, you know, low 9s, high 9s. And then one thing I learned about running at the finals when it comes to Olympics or World Championships, it's about the endurance. You know, it's about who's going to be the strongest, who's going to have the strongest will, who's going to push past that aches and the pains and the soreness that you have from the semis and the prelims, and who's going to finish across the line first.
Justin, you said in Lausanne that you were feeling like you did in 04 and 05 because you had learned to be strong at the end again and your starts weren't as fast. Do you think that was helping you in this race?
It did. You know, I just wanted to set up my race pattern at the beginning of the race and not worried about getting out in front of everybody and try to like hold everybody off, but more focusing on the second 50 of the 100 meters and say, okay, this is where the battle really is going to lie. Usain is a Goliath. You know, he's the kind of guy where you go out there and you watch him run, and I watched him in the semis, and I mean, he covered 20 meters in 3 steps, basically. You know, so to watch that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to have some serious turnover if it's gonna come in this finals, because he's gonna be coming with those long legs.
How does the old man do it?
Man, I don't know. I try to stay healthy. You know, me and Usain had a talk last night. You know, in the back in the cool down area when we grabbed our clothes, and he asked me, he's like, "You're older than me." You know, I don't have a good Jamaican accent, but you're older than me. He said, "Do these aches and pains ever go away?" I was like, "No, man. I mean, you gotta learn how to live with them, ice them, and just be ready at the moment."
Justin, did both of you after the race on the PA system, they're cheering Bolt, they're announcing Bolt, it was as if you hadn't even won the race. Did that bother you?
Nah, not at all, man. I mean, for me, like I said, man, this is Usain's night, his last race. You know, you gotta have respect for that. And I have respect for what he's done for the sport. So there's gonna be at one point in time where he has to leave the sport, and you know, this was the night, and you know, like I said, win or lose, he's still the man, and I have the utmost respect for him.
What do you have left to accomplish in this sport?
I don't know. I'm just going to take it race by race. I just want to be able to. I want to be able to inspire all the master athletes out there to be able to keep going, keep pushing. You know, stay healthy, stay strong, and all the young athletes as well. I mean, they're coming up. I mean, obviously you see Christian Coleman out there. Usually, statistically, you have collegiate athletes who come off a long year, they don't do very well in the championship. But I mean, you watch that guy, he ran with so much confidence and so much guts. I mean, you're looking at somebody who's gonna help change the game again.
Jamaica has dominated.
You ran down the field over the last part of the race, whereas in the past that's been Usain with that 5th gear. How did that feel to be the guy who comes from behind and wins after all these years of running against the ultimate come from behind winner?
Well, you guys will call it losses, losses, losses. I'll call it lessons, lessons, lessons. So I've learned over the years, okay, this is where Usain, you know, he strikes. He strikes at the last run of the race. He uses his long levers to be able to gain those victories. You know, he knows that he's not a great starter. You know, he just stays with the crowd and stays with the field. He's able to take off like a plane at the last 50 meters, and I just try to hang on.
Justin, the Jamaicans have dominated sprinting for the last 8-9 years. What does tonight mean that the Americans are back on top?
Man, you know, at the end of the day, I take my hat off to the country of Jamaica, you know, because it took one man, Usain, to be able to come back and inspire so many young athletes to come up and to be believing in themselves, no matter if they came from a small corner of their country, and they may not have the tools to be able to be the athlete they see on television. Usain has inspired them, you know, and I just want to try to inspire the young U.S. athletes to keep fighting, keep believing in themselves, and hopefully one day they'll be able to stand up there and say, I want to be on top as well.
What does it mean to win 12 years after your last
13.
world title? 13?
well, 12 here.
12 here. To mean 12 years later, and did ever there occur a time when you thought about quitting the sport?
Yeah, when I had to wake up in the morning, I was sore. I don't know. It hasn't even sank in for me about what I'm really gonna feel, or the 12 years apart. You know, I just take it year by year. Man, 12 years, definitely over a decade. That's unusual for a sprinter, and I thank all my supporters, man, who really pushed me, who really believe that I can still come out here and fight and still keep going, and I dedicate that to them.
Did you ever think about quitting the sport?
Not really, because I believed in myself. You know, I know when it's going to be time for me to stop. I know it's going to be like, man, this is the end of the road for me. I'm done. It's probably going to be one of the times when I'm at fall training, and I can't get through these 500 repeats. I'm like, look, coach, I'm done. So for me, it hasn't came to that point yet, and I just want to just stay healthy as possible and finish the season out and see where I go from there.
Next race?
I'm not sure. I guess Zurich for the 4x1. Yes. Yeah. You will see me in the 4x1. What leg? I don't know. They have not announced it yet. So somewhere on the track.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, guys.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you.